or would you just try and break through them without still this game?
It just takes too long to get like even when like usually like boost like dagger one damage type right? It's a reflectory or echo saber. You gotta get those. Then you need BKB. And then you have to go separation. That's like 5,000 gold. So I don't know. It is definitely good this game. I wonder if there's any other. Is there a creep that breaks them? There has to be one, right? I'm sure there is one. I don't remember which.
Yes,
but
it's the very small creep in the small creep camps. The
Gal.
it's with the creeps that one
Oh,
creep disarms you, the
yeah.
other one breaks you.
The little weep one. I think it's the weep guy.
Yeah, we'll check it soon once the creeps spawn, figure out which ones
It's
it is.
really hard to use though, right? Because I think he has to attack you. It's not like an ability.
And it gets one shot by just being in the presence of bristleback, so it's probably not going to work.
Yeah, that's just. They need to make that creep a bit better. I think that could solve a lot of problems. But you're right.
Next
He did go
assassin
for
with the shard.
Satyr.
I mean, you only have a couple of break heroes in the game. Yeah, I think
if
Lumpy goes for the physical damage tiny with like Echo Saber into Silver Edge kind of a deal, then you still have a very good shot here. Oh, 3 bounties for the Radiant side, so Pike's not going to be happy with that. Playing Alchemist and not getting bounties.
Yeah, and I wanted to kill the Tide, but he did dispel. Now that the dispel is tied to his innate, definitely a bit more durable than he used to be.
Oh yeah. Wait, what does Blubber do then? Yeah, it's called Blubber. That's hilarious.
Well, we do have a little bit of a pause, but yeah, the Kraken now only gives you the damage block, which makes it pretty. I would say a worse skill, right? It won 1 point, but I think besides that, it's just not that great of a spell.
Facet's pretty cool though. Kraken Swell. Kraken Shell gains permanent damage block when an enemy hero dies under the effects of Anchor Smash.
I find it so wonky. Like, the Tide is not a kill hero. I don't know. Like, it's cool, but I don't know.
I mean, if he gets the debuff on... What's the other one? Tide Hunter grows larger and gains extra bonuses per level. Huh. But it's the fact that this is, you know, infinitely scaling on a Tide Hunter, and you don't have to kill them, you just need to have the debuff on them.
Oh.
That debuff lasts for 6 seconds, by the way. But Moose does get the first blood onto Michel, so they were fighting somewhere else behind the tier 1 tower, and Michel could not disengage at all.
And Moose once again having a great start with his Chen.
Yeah, Moose showing us up. He's got that summon convert, so he'll be able to get the mana drain constantly going onto a Tide Hunter, which is definitely not happy with that. But he doesn't have big mana costing spells, luckily enough, with the Anchor Smash. I'm actually liking the fact that Tide Hunter's at least being played again. I like the hero. Yeah. I think the toolkit's pretty cool, and it has some games where it can be really dominant. But break really annihilate.
So good. I think the reason why most people stopped playing him was that the new shard is fine, but it's not as good as the old one.
I think the new shard's still really good though.
It's alright. It's a 6 out of 10.
The dead in the water, easy, just hold them down. Against some specific, like in this case, the Pangolier would be in a lot of trouble, for instance.
Yeah, just against the shard this game. But like against Storm, I think if they had like a Storm on Beast Coast, that's when this shard could be pretty good actually.
Yeah, I think against heroes like Storm or Queen of Pain that are reliant on mobility, that would definitely be the case. I have a curious question. These lanes are quite interesting, but where is most of the action gonna happen? Do you think?
I don't think need to answer. Bottom is a lot of action here.
Yeah, probably gonna stick to bottom as well because they do a lot of harassing to each other. Crystal Maiden, by the way, did go for the mana amp. I mean, laning with, of course, the bristleback. That
Yeah.
definitely does help a lot more.
Oh, cancel on product. Nicely done by Omisho.
And the ESL is actually having a pretty decent lane this time. Yesterday we saw him get kind of crushed 2 games in a row, but still be incredibly effective with less net worth, which was a very well done performance from him.
Yeah, it's gonna be tossed back here by Lumpy, but there is a little hoodwink ready to steal the rune.
Yeah, so no bottle refill for the Tiny. And Frank, in the meantime, top lane is taking a lot of damage. They're stunned. The body block attempt by the Chen, but he just easy sidesteps it. Getting zapped by the Harpy Stormcrafter spam. It's so fun to play against the Chen.
Oh yeah, awesome. Funniest hero in the game. They do have a fair amount of minus armor once Tidehunter learns Gush here. So that's gonna happen level 4, I'm assuming. But even though I think the Tidehunter was probably the best hero to survive this laning stage, Frank's still struggling a lot. He's being heavily zoned by the Alk.
Does have 2 points in Kraken Shell now, so is a bit more survivable. But it's not going to be that easy. Maybe once he, it's level 4 and gets some regen going, because that's the big problem here. He has a lot of HP, but max HP with the double bracer, but he is still currently very low, so they'll just keep bullying him as much as possible. Crystal Maiden taking the gateway. Prada, are they going to go for a possible kill here? Pyke is not the most healthy at the moment. He does have 13 magic wand charges, though.
Yeah, it's a hard kill thing. I'm not really sure what Prada's supposed to do here, but I guess they know that Illich is alone and they're ready to try and match whatever rotation beastcoast has going.
Moose spots out Prada.
Oh,
There's
Prada
going to be a
might be
TP,
dead.
though. Yeah, there's Elmisha coming in from behind with the TP. Prada on the disengage. Might just take the gateway. They're going to turn their attention to Michel, and yeah, they'll lose the hoodwink. Prada gets the TP with the gateway back to base, and Frank, I guess, he could also just do exactly this. Pull the creep wave the entire time. Force it to double stack so that it pushes the lane.
Pretty funny that no one was mid during the 6-minute rune. It was all fighting the top lane. Now Leo style with his rune. Looking for possibly a play. Gets a good ward on.
Refills his bottle as well. Frank with the harass. There's going to be the sun thrown out. Frank is hard to kill. And Leostyle is here going in for moves. There's going to be the catch drag. Doesn't actually have the stun, the electric vortex. But Moose still going to slowly be chased down by Leostyle. Unstable concoction. Not going to be thrown out by the Alchemist. He's just going to get some farm while his supports get bullied out of existence. And yeah, Pyke is top net worth, but Leostyle is right behind him. Great early rotation by the Storm.
Yeah, that's the thing with Tiny. This hero
Ooh,
takes a while to get online. So
Katara gets the XP rune. They get the
huge.
double wisdom. That's actually very important.
Damn, okay. I mean, Fusion came out to play. Lumpy actually being kind of stomped by the Storm, right? He's been farming the lane for a while, still significantly behind the Storm. Blink Dagger, gonna take a while, especially if he finishes this thread, so... Great start for Fusion. Sure, it's a 1k goal lead for beastcoast, but it's an Alchemist game, so that's kind of expected.
Yeah, he is going to wrap up a stun towards Prada, but is going to get himself stunned. They have a nice little observer ward spotting out where the Crystal Maiden is headed, but in response, I like this high ground ward placed by the Radiant side in the Dire jungle in case Tiny tries to farm in the area, and mainly if Pyke wants to go for some farm. Could be very useful. Speaking of which, Pyke He's going to throw out some harass, but Frank is almost a full level ahead of this Alchemist right now.
Style got lucky twice in a row. Goes for the left side rune. Picks an Arcane. That's a huge timing.
Kotaro
Which was not
coming in.
scouted.
Kotaro is going to go for Pike here and forces Pike to immediately TP away. Spots out 2 stacked camps, and Kotaro's just going to get some free money.
That's nice. Pike did TP nearby though, so he'll be able to at least get some farm for himself as they're fighting for vision here.
Prada
6 on Tide.
on the run. He didn't actually go for the more levels in Arcane, or he went for more Frostbite. Lumpy is a big target here. There's the slow from Frank. Ravage gets thrown out. The Tiny is now going to get taken down. The Rolling Thunder from the Pang. He's done with the Diffusal Blade already. Illich has a full Diffusal 9 minutes into the game.
Doesn't seem to matter. Oh, does matter. The Gecko Tower.
It definitely matters.
Deep. He was diving in tier 2 there. Well, his team was
gonna
zoned.
Go for more. Nice bushwhack. Illich actually running out of mana himself, but he's got the magic wand. And now Michel's going to be chased. Prada, Freeze comes in. Frank is going to try and keep them away from the kill. And Illich has a swashbuckle in a second. Will he be able to find the random? No, he's not going to go for it. Doesn't have vision.
Okay, still... I think this is good for Beast Coast. They killed the Bristleback, which is a huge accomplishment. The Alchemist doesn't die. Tiny die, you know, it's sad, but at the end of the day, you're gonna take it. It's all about the Alch at the moment.
ESL's top net width though. That's very important. But yeah, Lumpy is starting to struggle a bit, falling behind on the Tiny. Blink Dagger is his next item that he's going to build up, and he just started pretty much going for the build up, so it's going to take a long time. Towards mid, Michel dropping low, will be finished off by El Micho. And they're looking to take the tier 1 tower. Illich just walking forward, has that Diffusal Blade. Prada being slowed down, is going to get taken down.
Oh no.
Is
oh
he?
No.
Lumpy throws the tree, finds the kill. Rolling Thunder from Illich. Frank TP'd in to help out, but you know the rest of his cores are not joining the fray.
Well, it gets used, there's a lot of damage.
Yeah, he can just tank pretty much everything at this stage. It's going for the pipe as well.
Cost. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, Frank Tide doesn't really care about the Diffusal that much. He's also got Soul Ring built up. But these stacks are pretty sad to lose. Especially if Pike gets a couple of these creep kills. But Frank walking in, Bushwhack connects. Pike will be able to run to safety. While Kotaro's chasing after Illich, bottom. Trying to force him out a little bit to take the tier 1 tower. And the tier 1 tower in your safe lane actually gets cleared.
Okay. Very nice from Kotaro. Despite that death. Very much farmed. The Elk still pretty late with his Radiance. 1400 gold. I mean, Pike, we know how he works. He was walking towards that stack, not necessarily because that was a lot of farm for him, just because he wants his team not to lose a fight in case they get jumped. Still kind of late with Radiance.
Yeah, he's looking for an Alchemist, not in the greatest spot, but Kotaro has caught up nicely, is building up the Aghanim Scepter, unsurprisingly. And Lumpy is very close to the Blink, but I like this from Lumpy. After the Blink, he's queued up that he wants to go Echo Saber, so that means it's very likely that Silver Edge is an item that will be later on the menu for the Tiny.
Yeah, definitely gives him that opportunity. Looking at the game, the supports of Beast Coast are really struggling, right? That one Wisdom Room that they lost, Elmisha's still not level 6. The Chen still not level 6. We'll get it now, probably.
Yeah, but the farm difference is pretty big between the Radiant and Dire supports. Moose can just easily farm with his Chen creeps.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna have a Solar Crest very soon. It'd be good to apply that on the Tiny, maybe.
So, which of these two teams do you prefer when it goes into late game?
Probably Fusion, I think. Like this Tidehunter scales pretty well. I would say Storm also scales a bit better than Tiny. Like it's a hero that, like Tiny he's a one-shotter, right? He can obviously scale in different ways later on, but when I look at every single core, it feels like Fusions just scale better with every single one. Can they kill Leo style? Oh, they go for the crystal
They
minute.
spot up the crystal and go for that one instead. Still, a kill is a kill, but you'd rather have the big storm mode down at that stage. But they're looking maybe for more. Blink forward by Lumpy. We'll be able to just dodge it. Observe reward will be marked up by the observer there.
Radius is done on Pike, so 14 minutes. Pretty late one, but still, he will now farm at a much
He
faster pace.
has an ancient stack that he could possibly gear, unless the Bristle sees it and then steals it. Kotaro now has the Ags coming in on the Bristleback. He's going to be chased a little bit. That totally does not give away that there's a hunt for Kotaro at the moment. He's running past all the creeps. Yeah, Kotaro doesn't know, he's not being chased for the kill.
Okay, Prada.
There's going to be Prada dropping very quickly. Rolling Thunder comes in. Kotaro, he's waiting for the courier to deliver his Ags. It's almost there. Actually, he's sending the courier in a different direction instead of delivering the item. And there we have it. The Aghanim Scepter is available. The Ravage gets thrown. Nice. Terrorize comes out. The Hand of God, keep the Tiny alive. Gets him out of there. His entire Bristleback spell pretty much got destroyed there. Thanks to the Terrorize. It was a, honestly, fight-winning Terrorize play from Elmisha.
That's the problem with Tide, right? Ravage is so crucial for how you take the fights. And this is a game where he's also going for Pipe instead of Blink first. As long as the Ravage doesn't kill someone instantly, which is going to be hard when you have Hand of God, when you have these stinky cores on the side of Beast Coast, the fight's pretty much over. Storm can always just disengage, but that's not that easy for the Tide and the Bristle, and they got to be very careful how they take those fights moving forward as Fusion.
Nice little Pango zoom in right there. It's weird that on like the visual of the observer, it's completely different from mine.
It does look like that for me. It looks exactly like that for me.
Maybe I have all my particles turned off. No, I have everything best looking.
Maybe yours isn't best looking as the observer has.
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't have that SA specialty of making everything shiny and carnival level of beauty.
Yeah, that's the carnival version of the 4080. I think they have those in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Kotaro, do you think he's dead? I think Kotaro's dead.
Yeah, there's Eva toss. Like as long as the Tiny just blink tosses him to like the creep wave, he's 100% dead, I think.
Yeah, the storm's zipping out. Tide doesn't have Ravage. Crystal's not even there.
He have his eggs in 7 seconds, so I don't think he can even like Q anyone. He disengages. It's gonna lose all his mana as well. Does have a wand, I guess.
Yeah, but Avatos is gonna hurt. And Crystal, the Dark Willow also has Bedlam, so that's also a lot of extra added damage. Then the drain. He does not have Swashbuckle, luckily enough.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe with a good bushwhack acorn shot counterplay, they could actually keep him alive. But it depends on like Lumpy. He does have the blink available right now.
Michael's too far away. I don't think he can get the bushwhack in time. Like, Lumpy literally has Blink available.
Oh, the bristle did connect onto Lumpy, so he couldn't blink. There's the bushwhack onto Illich. Frank walking forward. And yeah, Kataro's just gonna back off. He's actually gonna get tossed back middle of his TP, uses bristleback. Dudes, they almost die. They're so close, but he does not manage to get a single kill. That was really well done by Lumpy.
Yeah, that's very close. Okay, so mid lane.
Spike gonna get stunned up while trying to farm, and he continues farm the Radiant Triangle as well. So now the game is getting a little bit out of hand because Spike is... They spend so much time in the bottom lane. Part of it's also the big, long, lengthy pause, but this Alchemist is getting tons of free farm time.
Yeah, I mean, he usually Pike, he's very eager to join those fights, but choosing to finally scale a little bit more, which I think is the right idea. And he still didn't farm those big ancient stacks you mentioned, so once he's done at the top side, could even TP to the tier 2 bottom and farm that area.
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit... I mean, we can definitely see the damage from Kataro, and once he's got Bloodstone, he also would survive that engagement because of just the sheer AoE damage coming through. But right now, it does feel like beastcoast have more of a control over this game, because Kataro's the only one they fear. The Leostyle Storm at the moment, he's going for the Shard again, so I like that. He's going Kaya Shard, and, you know, later in the game, unfortunately, they don't have, like, a free gifted Ags, unless you get it for free from Roche, but I do like this from Leostyle. It does so much more damage than I thought.
This shard through the Anchor Smash, right?
Ooh. That's a good question.
I think you should. Even
Does it then, like, everyone you hit gets the blast? Because that might just be stupid.
That would be kind of broken, yeah.
That would, like, instantly kill everyone.
Yeah, right, because they're, like, multiple separate instances, so that would be pretty cool. And look at that. Another stack in the triangle. Oh, Pike's gonna be a rich man.
Yeah, this Alchemist has got so much farm.
Before Trump becomes president.
Yeah, right before the tariffs hit. Let's go. Lumpy is closing in on his... He hasn't shown his hand yet, because he could still go for the Phylactery, like the Kanda build on the Tiny, which is also a good one, but I'm just a little bit worried. If you don't have a break against a Bristle plus Tide, late game might become rough.
I think it will, for sure. So there's definitely a timing you gotta work here as Illich.
Illich, drag back, Crystal ulti on top. They'll go for the tier 1 tower as well.
I think they want to rush. I think you get this kill. No. Okay, I thought they were gonna instantly rush. Maybe they're too late.
Yeah, I thought with the Leostyle Shard and with the Tide having, of course, the Gush with a little bit of added minus armor, Roche could be a pretty good objective for them there, but I guess a kill plus a tower was enough for them. But yeah, the problem is this Pike Alk. He's got the Manta style already done. He's actually queued up after the BKB and then wants to go Silver Edge. So instead of the Blink Dagger this game, he's going to have the break.
Yeah, I like this more. I feel like the Tiny doesn't really get to farm the Super Edge as fast. So Alchemist is definitely a little bit better suited. Obviously, I think Blink's better now, but having it really fast is going to allow beastcoast to take those fights. You don't want this game to drag, so make sure you kill Kotaro twice, get Roche, and end this game relatively quickly.
Yeah, zip in from Leostyle, drag onto Pike, wants to throw out the stun, gets it off onto Leostyle. Nice root from El Misho. Leostyle is dead. Proud is going to be the next one. Kotaro is now stuck in a rough spot here. Illich draining his mana. There's going to be a Ravage. Kotaro does a lot of damage though. We'll be able to find the kill with that Bristleback combo. And now Frank is on the run. Triple kill for Pike. Looking for the quad. Elmisho joins in with some extra magic damage. And Frank is just surrounded by enemies. Lumpy's even just walking away. Okay, he's going to throw up the toss. But yeah, this bristleback dies a lot faster without that bloodstone.
That was, I mean, this is not the right play. They tried to kill Pike. Like, Storm zip F across the map to try and kill this Alchemist that has 2000 HP, has Chem Courage. It's just not the right target. You know you're behind, you need to go for the small fries, and they're only the supports, right? Because even the Spango is quite tanky at the moment.
Bango's looking pretty good. He's closing in on his Aghanim Scepter. They're not easy targets to clear. I mean, he did die very quickly too, of course, the Bristleback there, but that was standing next to him, plus a Ravage involved. Frank also has the Shard now, so even more control will be added into those team fights, which is also not bad to use on the Alchemist, mind you. But Elk's got the BKB, and it's not going to take long for him to get the Silver Edge this game.
He will be ready for Lumpy, so he is pretty much unkillable right now.
And then to Roche they go on Beast Coast. They take Roche at an okay pace.
Yeah, Penitence always great. Have the Minus Armor for Milich as well. Only 9 at the moment, but it's gonna be much higher.
Then the Acid Spray, the Impending Corruption from the Orb of Destruction. It actually is quite significant armor reduction that they add in. Illich actually the one wielding the Aegis.
Oh, okay.
But Leostyle is closing in on his BKB. It really does feel like it's an I like this build. It's a bit different from what I'm used to from Storm. But it is very much you slightly zip into the fight and then you're like, you have to win then or your fight's over.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right approach to this fight. I feel like they need to be able to reset the fight multiple times, which I guess BKB does give you, but it means also the Storm's just not gonna have enough mana to go in and out. So even if he can poke, he cannot really go back.
The one plus side is with this shard build is that Overload does, like, either you use one static remnant to get an Overload charge, which costs 100 mana, or you use Overload, which costs 150, but you get 3 charges plus, you know, all your allies. So, guess it might be more efficient than just spamming static remnants every 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Frank trying to use Anchor Smash in that. I'm gonna be watching out.
And otherwise, I'm just gonna try it in the demo after this game.
He did finish his spike on Frank, but still a little bit far away from his Blink Dagger. I'm not even sure if Blink's really the right item. It feels like they just like damage, but what else can he buy that would maybe go like Mate Player? I don't know.
I would be cool with an Ags, because then you have AoE armor reduction in combination with the Bristleback.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that, honestly.
And it makes high ground pushes a little bit rougher for the Dire, which is already a team that struggles with pushing high ground.
Yeah.
When the Bristle just stands in front.
Later on, it gets easier, and once Tiny has Shard and a couple attack speed items, but right now it's definitely not great.
Yeah, Lumpy. He's queued up the Kanda and then wants his own Silver Edge, so they'll have multitude of breaks. Shadowblade being delivered to Pike. And Lumpy is hunting.
Target finishes Bloodstone, so he is a bit harder to kill at the moment. No Shivas, no Skadi. I think both of those items are gonna... They're probably not gonna be bought this game. So despite the fact that it's a first pick Bristle, he should be able to heal if he doesn't get burst.
It is kind of interesting that there is no Mage Slayer coming up on the Pango. They will catch up Michel top. A freebie kill for Lumpy, who Has done a pretty good job after the laning phase, in at least being able to recover. He is third in net with. They're going to zip in onto Illich. He has the Aegis, of course, and soaks up so much damage. He's back to full HP, full mana. And rolling through. Frank getting bullied a little bit there. The Rolling Thunder continues onto ESL as well. Frank is running out of mana and HP. Frank trying to disengage. Can he get himself out there? He's even going to get slowed. Lumpy, though, on the wrong side, is taking a heap of damage. Is going to actually get taken down by Kataro, who's chasing in after the gen. He's going to ignore the Alchemist because there's no real reason to focus on him. Yules himself, the stun onto Pike, who's going to stun himself in position.
Mana for your style.
Terrorize comes through. And Pike is looking for the Crystal Maiden. Pike's just going to go for the BKB TP out. Will be able to disengage, but a big fight victory there for Fusion.
Yeah, they didn't have the Silver Edge done, so it took them a while to kill the Tidehunter. And even though he doesn't get the Ravage off, they were pretty far out of position. The Tide was in the tier 3s, gets eaten alive by that level 2 Freezing Field. Nice win by Fusion. I didn't expect them to be able to win that fight, but I guess it is on Beast Coast to, I don't know, they're just way too out of position.
Yeah, a little bit of a spread fight. Tiny gets caught on pretty much the Radiant high ground. And at that point, he got stunned before he could pop BKB. And was already almost dead before Katara even showed up.
Lumpy, looking for some food.
Frank's got that blink. His next item's gonna be Heart. That's
fine.
Pretty cool. Jump in, Michel, dropping low, dropping dead. But it is massively insane to me that the Pangolier took that much damage and was full HP, full mana. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, it was a Solar Crest fight from the Chen with Hand of God on top of it. This is just way too tanky. Also, I think it was Brooded, but got the shield crash off anyways.
Oh, well, Misho, Terrorize comes out. Prada is going to be the one taken down instead. Kataro's just going to disengage. Illich with the slow. But Kataro, are they actually going to chase in for the kill here? They're locking him in position for quite some time. Lumpy even has the toss back if needed. The roots around the Bristleback. And there is the break coming in. Kataro has to quickly heal up with the Bloodstone. They're dodging all of the damage here from the Bristleback. And they take down Kataro. Break came in pretty much at the most opportune moment. Michel glimmers himself up, trying to run away from Lumpy. And should be able to get himself to safety here.
Yeah, this is too much. Like, perfect item build, Viscos, this Chen of theirs. I think you actually have to ban this Chen. They played so well. Moose has proven for the second time that, like, even when they don't stomp the lane necessarily, the speed that you farm, just the fact that they pair these tanky heroes with some forms of healing and auras, just makes the fight so hard. And I'll be honest, I don't think Fusion's draft was good to match them in the mid game. They maybe, I guess, expected the Tide to be doing a bit more, but it's just that this Ravage cooldown is too long.
Yeah, the Ravage cooldown, like, Tide doesn't really bring much to the table except for survivability, but that's even gone with the break from the Silver Edge now finished. There's no real damage coming out from the hero. And currently, Bristleback can't do all the damage alone. Like, there's still no Storm in this game. He's going for the Witchblade next. Like, it takes some time for him to get the item build up ready. Darrow wanting to at least clean up some of the creeps in the process, but they're smoked up on Fusion, maybe with a good back catch. And a solid target here. Lumpy is still smoked up. Smoke breaks. Gets the blink back.
Who are you supposed to jump if you're Fusion, right? Because I guess it's the Chen. You need to somehow kill the Chen, but he has Solar Crest, Pipe, Hand of God. Good luck getting that kill.
Yeah, and Illich rolling thunder in. Oh, one bounty gets yoinked by Illich. He has the anchor behind him, but he
That's
doesn't really
awesome.
care. He's just gonna get the TP away. And the
That's so
entirety
cool.
of Beast Coast in the meantime, look at where they're positioned. They're like at the Radiant's base.
Yeah. Pressure in the tower. Oh, this Storm has to be a bit careful. I guess he still does have BKB. Didn't have to use that.
Oh, bike. God, one hit with the break onto the bristleback does so much damage.
So should be fine. Looks like he's supposed to go for another smoke. Still trying to find the pickoff, but I think the Storm's at a point there where he's too tanky to die to the Tiny. It is a Kanda, so maybe if he gets like if he crits in the Kanda hit, maybe he can kill the Storm.
Yeah, I think he still can definitely die. 2k HP is a lot.
Yeah, he has Dandelion, right? So he's gonna block 300. I actually don't think he can die.
But he can't re-engage, so that's also another important point. They know Roche is up soon. They're trying to contest it. The toss back play comes out, pops the BKB. The target's going to be Lumpy instead. Takes a decent amount of damage. Is he going to be able to survive it? Kutaro with the BKB has a Bloodstone, needs to use it to heal up. Is trying to chase for more, but the BKB has ended on Kutaro. Ravage gets thrown, but they still have the dire BKBs going. Kutaro is going to get taken down. Bushwhack is somehow not going to connect there. And the Avatos will not one-shot Leostel, but it doesn't take much longer for him to lose his life. And now Frank will find a kill at the very least, but will be the last one to falter. And Roche has just respawned.
I cannot believe that we are living in this world where... So let's just look at this draft. 2 Strength Cores on the side of Fusion. 2 Strength Cores on the side of Beast Coast. No Timbersaw. Like,
I know. They just
need
hate the hero.
damage. They need freaking damage on Fusion, and the hero's just not equipped to deal with that.
Yeah, Tide did get a kill in that fight, so, you know, he did amazing.
I mean, he somehow Tide has more than 33% of their kills. Well, that's kind of crazy. But, yeah, I just feel like this Tide hero, as good as he will, I think you actually ban Chen and you pick something else for Frank. Like, I'm surprised at how decent Frank's performance has been, all things considered. But I don't feel like this hero is good enough.
That doesn't really bring like he popped a Ravage in that fight, but everyone like you had a Rolling Thunder
a Rolling
and a BKB.
Thunder. Yeah. Like
So
I don't think he's done anyone. Yeah. And then you have a 140-second cooldown. Like the shard is cool, right? It kind of counters the Pango a little bit, I guess, but that's all you do.
And right now, 28k net with advantage in 33 minutes time. It's very rough. Kotaro got very close to getting a couple of kills there in that fight as well and staying alive. But it's again, he gets very close, but there's no one to do the finishing damage. Like, if he got them that low and their BKBs wear off, you had Frank on a Timber. They're dead. Like, they just get shredded by one Chakram plus Whirling Death combo.
Yeah. That's free Roche, and it does feel like we're at a point where it's really Beast Coast's game to lose. And honestly, out of every team that has played this tournament, I feel like Beast Coast had the least amount of throws. Like they didn't even drop a game. They did, I guess, drop one game for Heroic, but they are very consistent. I feel like they are always prepared. Like, they know what they want to do. They execute it to a pretty high level. So for Fusion to sneak a win here, I think it's very improbable.
Yeah, they're playing solidly. Early game laning stage was a little bit rougher. And it's still a position where if the Elk dies, you probably are going to win a fight. But that Elk is, you know, he's about to gift a free Aghanim Scepter to someone, which is possibly Lumpy here. They are going to go in on specifically Lumpy. And will they be able to get the damage in to kill anyone, really? Because Spangolier is rolling the back line, finds the Hoodwink, takes him down. There's going to be the zip in. They lose Frank also immediately. Kataro charging forward, has the Bloodstone still to use. Pops it now. Is there going to be enough healing coming out from Kataro? Actually, Illich is almost dead. Can he get the kill? Kataro's chasing deeper. Illich is going to get taken down. El Misho is the second one dead. The buybacks are massive here. And they still keep Kataro alive. The Aegis is going to get popped. On the side, Pike is going to get looted up. He's going to get controlled. They lose him. But Lumpy got the Ags gifted in that fight. And Lumpy gets at least a double in response, with one being a dieback. So they force out 4 buybacks. And they just barely managed to win out the fight. I mean, they lost it in the end.
Yeah, I guess it probably prevents their barracks from falling, but it's still a very hefty price. And Lumpy is gonna eat some squirrel meat today.
Yeah, this is, you get a free Ags again. You know, Pike giving his mid laner another free Aghanim Scepter. In this case, you know, it's a free Ags that wins them the fight in the end.
Yeah, it definitely did. They also give him the Aegis, right? Carries usually very protective of their Aegis. But friendship's a beautiful thing, you know. You gotta give it to them. They're being very synergistic in a lot of these games, and it's awesome to see Lumpy getting a lot of love.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good on the Tiny. 8, 2, and 12 right now. Waiting for everyone in his team to be back alive. Honestly, doesn't even need that, because there's only a Storm and a Crystal, so there's really nothing that blocks you. He doesn't have the Shard yet. That's severely disappointing. So the pushing power is going to get slowed down.
Oh, he has the Solar Crest. He's fine. Tide's going to come back, but no Ravage for 30, so they can actually keep going.
Kataro trying to block and push them away. But has to be careful of the Lumpy Silver Edge as well. Toss back, comes out. There's going to be the break. Going in, and immediately they lose the Bristle with not a buyback available. That is definitely going to be game. There's no way you can hold this without. The Tide has his Ravage in 2 seconds. Frank, can he get the cast off? He's going to get broken. He's going to get taken down. GG gets called, and game 1 goes to Beast Coast.
Yeah, I mean, this has been, I guess, what expected. Honestly, maybe expected Fusion to do a bit better, but this time
the burn in response, because you are playing against, you know, a DK, a Doom, so Sunray damage is going to be nice, and also never to forget, it does add in the mischance, the blind. During the team fights as well. So Phoenix just does a lot of value in everything that he does, even existing with the Dying Light.
And if this goes like Giga late, you also have the Sandstorm blind from the Sand King. And I don't think they have a lot of burst damage, right? Like early on, yeah, you have the kisses or whatever, but has Mina 25-30 if the Sand King gets tanky enough. And Frank, I mean, we know that when Frank plays his greedy heroes, he definitely gets his farm. I feel like the Sand King, even though they have Doom, could still be a problem.
Yeah. The Sand King can be very obnoxious. He did go for the blind as well. Sand Shroud. The Infis, sorry.
Yeah,
and
that's the classic.
The main importance for them that I always think with Dusa is you need to have ways to control the enemy. They have a very good one, which is the Clockwork, obviously, with the cogs. I hope that's going to be enough. They're definitely going to need to get some 4-staffs here on the side of Beast Coast to just try and get out of range of the Phoenix Egg plus Dusa, especially once Dusa pops Stone Gaze. Normally, you know, a lot of teams would just get like Centaur against Dusa, so that every single time he pops Stone Gaze, you just stampede out of there and ignore the Dusa.
Yeah, that's definitely something to think about. Looking at the facets here, nothing too crazy, right? Pretty much all of them standard. double impact on the Ember. Sometimes we see the chain gang, but not that much. Full bore on the Snapfire. And overprotective wisps.
Yeah, all of them are pretty default. Medusa sometimes swap, I think, between the facets.
Oh, they get the venomous volley.
I think
A weird
gonna
facet,
check.
right? Like the cast speed reduction on the Dusa. Just so weird.
Oh, I stand mistaken. But the other one is Mystic Snake grants Medusa attack damage. Doesn't really get picked up that much. Still has a
Uh,
50% win rate regardless.
yeah, but that's definitely better. Especially past 25, right? You're applying that thing AoE. Move slow, attack slow, cast speed
Yeah,
slow.
it's actually a really good facet.
Who wants
Yeah.
cookies? Not too bad.
Oh
Even
my
Lane is pretty.
lord, what's going on, bro?
We got too much luck in the previous games. It's that simple. We didn't have this problem previously, and now we're getting that SA treatment. Game's about to start. Nope, denied.
Like, you can pause. I don't care about that, but they literally unpause 4 times. Feels like they're just playing with us.
Heroic, by the way, did take game one against Huasca. And currently Shopify is playing against Atlantic City, and Atlantic City is playing with a Yuma Meepo and Copy with the Mid Tinker. So that's a wild draft.
Mid Tinker? What the hell?
Yeah, Mid Tinker, Safe Lane Meepo, Off Lane Bristle. It's a draft.
That's crazy. Into an Evoker, right? That used to be a terrible matchup for the Tinker. Just get drained. I guess they don't go earn anymore, so maybe it's a bit better. Still.
It's all interesting. I mean, he's still one of, like, Yuma and Pure are probably the only ones that really keep playing the Meepo every once in a while.
True.
We saw one attempted by Pycat earlier in the tournament. That fell
Pycat?
flat on its face.
Guys hasn't played Dota for like 5 years, bro.
Wait, who am I thinking of?
Are you talking about
Pakaz.
Takoyaki?
No,
Oh,
Pakaz. Sorry.
Tinker? Oh, Meeple. Okay.
Meepo.
Now I
Oh
get it.
my god, it's way too late.
You
My
said
mind.
Tinker, bro.
My mind is blank. Gotta wake up.
And we have a Dusa game, so we better be ready because we might be
There's
going to
gonna
distance
be
here.
so much action with the Dusa.
Oh, sure, yes. Look at Kotaro. Just throwing his snake. That's all the action we're gonna see.
Yep. Just I'm happy that at least the snake doesn't drain man anymore.
I kind of like that.
Laning against Dusa was impossible because of it.
Yeah, but she was not as tanky.
That is true. She didn't have like the mana shield aspect to
Yeah,
her.
like you had to level the mana shield, but
Now it's built
I don't
in
know.
BS.
I'll be honest, like this Deuce is very strong. I'm not gonna lie, but I kind of hate Gorgon's Grasp. It just feels so useless. You know, like yeah, it's a stun and everything. I don't know. I look at that spell. It's so boring. I don't know why they did that to her.
Yeah, but everyone needed an innate ability, so they were like, what can we give her?
Yeah.
And the mana shield seems the most obvious one.
I think there could be like something split shot maybe. Like you make it like just like DK's armor scales with levels. Like it starts doing more damage every level, something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think this one's better.
Oh. It's definitely better. You're picking it every game. Almost always a choice for these players.
It's definitely a choice. Currently
Another
Leo style in
very
mid.
important. Yeah, Leo style is zoning again.
Yeah, Lumpy getting pushed back a little bit there.
I think
They
that's the
did go
problem. When
for
he
that
was losing
last
the
pick, Ember.
lane, they were winning the games. Maybe he needs to start losing.
Yeah, stop hitting creeps. Dive tower. Go. Run down mid.
No, he has many creeps. Every CS you're gonna take, make sure that you miss one.
In the meantime, Kataro, top lane. They have stopped going for the mana boots on Medusa these days, though.
Yeah, they just nerfed the ring too much, right? It was much better. That looked still pretty good though.
Yeah, no tallies. It's always extra bigger mana pool. It's nice to have, especially in the late portions of the game. Luckily enough, they did remove the 25 double stats on null talismans and bracer and the last piece I always forget the name of.
Wraithband?
Wraithband, that's it. I mean, I play support. I never buy the Wraithband.
Wait, don't you remember the support craze with the Wraithbands? Like lions
Actually,
were buying it.
I always just went for bracers.
I think it was a moment where it was like super popular. Like when he gave more armor, I think. Like
Yeah,
there's like silencers with Wraithband from the
yeah, but the
days.
silencers really like the attack speed, and
Oh,
also
yeah,
no one
yeah.
plays silencer, so
Yeah, now
that
that
hero
adds
is
to it.
very dead. It's like silencer is a great hero when the enemy has either Enigma or Bane, and otherwise, eh.
Yeah. I hope that hero got some love. Was dead for way too long.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those heroes that I do like to see come back. Same with Warlock. We did see a bit of a resurgence of the hero, but I like to see it more. I love the big golem drops, and his facets are pretty cool. Like the one that gives the experience is obviously the one that everyone goes for, but the other one is so cool where the golems scale based off of how much HP, how much regen the Warlock has, so they can become huge if you get like a heart.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think, yeah, it's just that core Warlock was never really a thing, but I could really see it being like an offlaner, maybe.
Yeah, the problem with Warlock really is if you have one dispel on the enemy team, they have like a Legion Commander or something, then Warlock's just a trash hero.
Yeah.
Fatal Bonds, yeah, no care, just dispel by. Doom is
Used to be.
struggling right now in the top lane though, up against this Medusa, who is very low and could very easily die if you manage to get a stun. But El Misho needs, he doesn't have a point in Fire Snap Cookie, so they don't have a way to actually take down the Medusa.
Yeah, man,
Dive
has a
in.
mango. Oh, they
Gorgon's
get the
Grab,
grab.
Spillage, dropping low,
Prada,
is going to be
no.
able to stay alive. But Prada is not going to be, or is he? No full bore available, can't chase deeper for that kill, and Prada will just healing salve it up.
Very clean fight from Fusion there, and yeah, we're already seeing this draft working pretty well for them. Dusa just not losing any lanes apparently, as the Doom is struggling quite a bit.
Pike going armament build. It seems there's already a Enchantress taking the gateway. He's got the stun and is looking for Kataro. He's got a magic stick and an enchanted mango on the Medusa. Didn't finish his boots right now, but they can definitely kill him with this rotation of moves. Misses the scatter blast there, but they still have more than enough damage. Dusa was playing with about 50 mana, and once the mana is gone, he only has 200 HP.
Yeah, that was a bit too much. Had one mango, but obviously not enough. This does mean that the rune's probably going to be Leo styles because it's just easier for the cop to get the rune, and all the supports were a part of that engagement. That's pretty big for him.
Lumpy Will he go for the 50-50?
Leo Styles went for the 50-50, which is not ideal. I'm sorry, Lumpy.
Yep, and Lumpy guesses incorrectly. Leostel will be able to get the nice little shield rune to fill up the bottle and refresh it, and with that can be a lot more aggressive going forward. Though this is a very, very good game to get Mage Slayer for Lumpy.
Yeah, but I think he's definitely gonna go for it. Already has it queued up as Frank.
Has no mana on the Sanking.
No detection though, 2 cores. Oh, they do drop his sentry.
And yeah, the sentry actually just disappeared. And he will get himself out of there on Frank.
No one saw the sentry.
Yeah, no. There was even an observer ward on the high ground while there was a sentry placed out, so.
Well, Wisdom Rune is going to be picked up by Frank. He's also getting a stack for himself. Frank, for the amount of CS he has, is kind of low level. I think maybe he just farmed a lot of small creeps because I expected him to be a little bit higher level. Illich is actually ahead of him despite having lower CS. Oh, Leostal?
Oh, Leostal jumps right towards Illich, but no Infernal Blade. That was that felt like the ultimate freebie there for Illich. Queen just jumps right in front of you with about 200 HP, and I don't have anything. The pain.
Poor guy. It was so close to level 6 as well, but if he had Doom, he would still get the kill.
Michelle spotted out, Moo spotted out that Michelle is making some stacks in the triangle, so it's probably going to be at least relaying that information. Sonic Wave gets thrown out onto Lumpy, but he gets to jump back and will be fine as well.
It's on the other side.
Leostal. Yeah, Misha picks up a regen rune. They find Lumpy, though. Leostal with a great aggressive chase. Elmisha is going to hunt him down, possibly. No. In the meantime, on the side, Moose is going to get stunned up, trying to continuously heal, but it will be 2 kills for Fusion. Great kill from Leostal to start off that mid feud.
Hey, this is looking really good for Fusion. Like, the Sand King is being a part of kills, the Clop's being a part of kills. You don't really have a way to kill Kotaro. Night and day difference, and this time around they can actually siege because of this Dusa. I wonder how beastcoast is gonna try and address that, because you need this Ember to be active, but he doesn't have his Mage Slayer just yet.
Man, Michel is making some bigger and bigger stacks. Sanking already got rid of the smaller one. And now there's an ancient stack going for the Bloodstone before the Blink Dagger on Sand King. That is really fast of a build-up.
And greedy. Like, that's how confident they are that beastcoast, they're gonna take a while to be able to push towers. And I think they're right.
Yeah, Frank's got solid farm. He
Stop that perfection.
It does help if you get some juicy stacks gifted to you by your supports, and net worth-wise between the two teams is pretty even. Lumpy is behind a bit and will honestly probably be trailing for the rest of the game, considering, you know, Mage Slayer is a super good item, but it's his first item and it's not a great farming item.
And because they went for all of those stacks, it means that the supports actually got a fair amount of experience. Michael is going to get his level 6 in like 2 creeps. And that's kind of the same for the Phoenix, whereas the Ench is still level 4. So Fusion, not only they're getting to play greedy, if they want to play aggressive, they're going to have the levels, they're going to have a way to fight back these calls. The Ember dies again.
Lumpy dropping to Leostal a second time. Leostal's pretty much done with the Dagon. So you're going to even have more damage, more healing for any of these fights. It's looking really good for Fusion so far.
This Dragon Eye is going to have to do a lot of work. The only hero that's actually... I guess the Doom's having a decent time, but that's no Midas, right? So he's not really extracting as much as possible from the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's not gonna escalate his farm into insane amounts. He'll be keeping up at the very least. Luckily enough, Lumpy would definitely sign for that one though. Being able to keep up in terms of farm, that might be a bit problematic for him.
Cool.
Is gonna bottom lane, get the hook shot away. Are the guests gonna connect? Smokes up, and Michael is, or Michel, or whatever, is gonna be able to just walk it off.
Really
Frank's
good play.
2 more pieces away from that bloodstone.
And that's a smoke from Beast Coast that doesn't really accomplish anything. I guess your force hook shot, but it's not that long of a cooldown. Pop Stagon is up. Medusa is the highest net worth hero. This is looking bad.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's still not that far apart, like only 1k in total, but Lumpy needs to be a little bit careful in mid. There's a Sonic Wave for ESL, blinks in, picks up the Haste Rune, is looking to go for Lumpy, who immediately jumps towards the Fire Remnant, but he needs to run away because Leostel is ready to blow him up. Blink forward,
boy.
Sonic Wave, gets pump faked. The Haste also gets removed by Moose there with the enchant. He's trying to heal up, but they're... The style, it's not even gonna need to use the Sonic Wave there. Good hook shot, locked and loaded on the edge.
Dude, Beast Coast cannot win anything. Like, the goal lead is similar just because I guess they have a Doom. But they are being slapped down and put in place. Ember is not a hero that likes to play from behind. He only has a cloak. Like, this guy is extremely poor.
Yeah, luckily enough he didn't get killed off a 3rd time by Leosal solo. But that Queen of Pain is loving life with that early dig undone. And Deuce says, same story. Kataru's just easily freely farming. His Manstell's almost finished.
This is really bad. I don't know what the play is. Like, this Doom is rushing a BKB, so what's the plan? You're gonna walk up to someone? I don't really push towers well, you don't really have initiation.
It's not like BKB is the best tool either. You're up against Sonic Wave, Pierce's BKB. You're up against Stone Gaze, Pierce's BKB, hook shot as well. There is going to be a jump onto Illich in mid. Burrow in, okay. Sonic Wave comes out. The Phoenix Egg is going to easily be... No, not easily. El Misho couldn't clean it up, and they will find 2 kills. Both for Leosal.
Cooldown. The Snapfire popped it too early, so the Phoenix actually waited for the debuff to be over to cast it, and now Lumpy will be fine, but they're also gonna probably get this tower as they chase for Lumpy.
He'll manage to disengage. Why would you even use Lil Shredder in that fight? Like
he thought the Phoenix was instantly gonna egg, and so she popped it.
Yeah, that's not smart. Because it's a useless spell at this point, especially because it's level 1. So the damage it does is almost non-existent. You know, it gives you 2.5 armor reduction. 3 armor reduction in total, I guess, but it's trash.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to use it on the egg, but the Phoenix was tanky enough that she could survive, and yeah, just a little bit of a misplay, unfortunately. And I guess they get the mid-tier own tower. That's alright. Kotaru is still farming so fast. The Sand King actually has that Bloodstone, my friend.
Yeah, the Sand King's got the full Bloodstone done. That Sandstorm range is humongous, where he can chill in Invis right now. And Frank getting a hero where he has time to farm up. His team again made him gigantic stacks. That's what they do best on Fusion.
Yeah. Like, the difference when Frank's playing a hero like that than when he's playing a Tidehunter, it's huge. Like, they find this Snapfire here.
El Misho. Okay, hookshot doesn't connect, but trying to go for the TP away. Burrow interrupt. And they'll make that another one. I'm impressed at the fact that they're keeping up in farm though, considering how much it feels like this game is being controlled by Fusion.
It's the Doom, right? It's pretty much only the Doom, as they're actually trying to go for Kotaro here. No? Okay, no, they're going for the tower. Never mind. That's okay. I mean, that's a free tower. That's fine.
Kotaro on the side, just gonna go for the TP away. But the tower does get secured by Pyke with the DK usage. BKB is being delivered to Pyke. They have the BKB on the Doom almost done. And Ember's second item is also going to be BKB. Is there a specific reason? Do you think they're trying to finish this game early?
I guess they have to. I'm not sure they have the heroes for it. It's Prada.
Yeah, there was a little attempt there on the Phoenix, but we'll be able to disengage. And Lumpy. Mage Slayer is a huge item though. 40% spell damage reduction on pretty much the entire enemy team, especially the Sanking is going to be important. But also the Quap and Phoenix and I guess to a degree Dusa with that Mystic Snake.
Red Clock.
Yeah, he does. Oh, nice two-man route from Lumpy. There's the Mortimer's Kisses coming in. Frank with the Rector. Is ulti trying to heal up. Sonic Wave got used. Lumpy is on the back end. Phoenix Egg is not going to be able to result in much. Illich charging forward. Kotaro is going to get mana drained here with the mana burn. Turns his attention with that Stone Gaze on towards Illich, who's now hurting a little bit. Lumpy is just trying to spam more. Medusa needs to be careful because of his mana dropping. Is going to TP out of there and will be able to disengage. So only one kill picked up by beastcoast is all that happened in that fight.
A lot of patience from Illich there. They didn't even try to Doom to do so. They're just playing like Doom doesn't exist. Was Doom ever used this game? I don't think it was. What's up with offlaners not popping their ultis in these games?
I mean, I know they're valuable, but yeah, they're keeping a hold of it. You know, my precious. You're not getting it. It's all me.
Oh, speaking of precious, that little lobster is a precious kill.
Frank is gonna be a very good Doom target. Pops Bloodstone, but you know, ain't gonna do anything for you. So they find a pretty substantial kill. Third net worth of the game will be knocked down a peg.
Very impressive how beastcoast is like finding ways to stay in this game, keeping the net worth under control. But even with all of that, I just look at this Dusa. This Dragon Knight from Pyke, I think he needed to be playing a bit more greedy. Like, in general, like, he can be greedy, but I don't think he's like Pakaz or Parker greedy, you know what I mean? And they're gonna be lacking damage soon.
Well, it is a hero that does scale nicely to fix that issue, with the Daedalus pickup, of course. And it's not like you have to focus the Dusa down in a fight. If you kill the rest, Dusa will be the last one standing, and then you just control the Dusa. So that might be more of an approach they can go for. Clockwork dies pretty quickly, Phoenix as well.
They're gonna focus on Dusa Pyke because he has MPB queued up, so it's a very early one. Just trying to time it on the Dusa Butterfly, which by the way is ready. So this is the timing for Fusion. They can Roche after taking this tier 2, and it's kind of on beastcoast to see if they can stop it.
Yeah, Manta Butterfly done in 20 minutes times. Going for the Scotty next. Needs the healing reduction against heroes like Doom and the DK. Yeah, Pyke's first going to go for a Chrysalis because of the value for the money cost. Moose being chased down by Frank. Epicenter used in the process. Burrow as well. Hook shot. They do throw a lot on the Enchantress. Yeah, I think that was a little bit much, but at least they secured the Enchantress kill.
Yeah, Enchantress going for 5, by the way. Just trying to get a little bit tankier in this fight. It looks like they're going to trade a tier 2 for that Roche, because they understand they're not ready to have this 5 versus 5 into a Phoenix Egg, so you're gonna get the best they can in return for Roche.
They style having a bit of a duel with Lumpy, but this is just all a distraction so they can take Roche. Top lane, they're pushing in for the high ground here, Pike. With the siege creep there, their Mask of Madness actually dealing a lot of damage here. They have to fortify the creeps. A TP was cancelled in the meantime. The Phoenix's TP got cancelled. We'll drop the egg next to Moose, so there's not going to be an egg for the high ground defense. There's no fortification.
What the
Sonic Wave from Leostal. The Doom gets thrown out onto Leostal in response, though, and Illich is just going to chase him down with the BKB. Dusa's TP through. They lost the tower. Leostal is going to be able to dodge almost every single Mortimer's Kiss hit. But they get the tier 3 tower, which is actually a lot more than I initially would have expected. However, Pike, there's going to be the jump in. Pike responds with the turnaround, but the glimmer from Michel is beautiful. Otherwise, Leostal would have been very dead.
Yeah, Leostal's so tanky. 2000 HP. Has all that spell lifesteal. But still, beastcoast making the best of a pretty terrible situation there. Getting the tier 3, forcing TPs, forcing the Gleef even. So, not too shabby, but still, that's a Dusa with Butterfly and Aegis. Tier 2 towers will fall for beastcoast, and I think the name of the game is probably just split push. I don't think they're ready to... I think you only want to take those fights when your barracks are being hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressive with their showing right there. If Elmisho hit 2 of those Mortimer's Kisses earlier on the Queen of Pain, that would have been everything, because then they probably would have been able to continue the siege and maybe even grab the range racks.
Very true.
Frank just right-clicking away, trying to take the enemy's tier 1 tower top. But all these towers are getting mowed down now by the Dusa. Feels indestructible, but they're still only 2k ahead with the tower trade coming in on the opposing side, because the Enchantress is doing some split push shenanigans there on Moose as well.
Dude,
Illich shot in.
Dungeon Yasha.
Misho gets killed off. Illich. That's weird. That is weird. What is this Doom build? Drums, BKB, SNY.
Stone Gaze? What are you reducing here? Did you even have duel or something? That's really weird, man.
And Kadaro amplified damage rune. He's going to be the one knocking on the high ground as well. In the meantime, mid tier 2 towers being pushed. Enchantress is trying to push out the bottom, but they will be losing a pretty big piece. And they need to be careful not to lose racks. Pike to cut the creep wave once again. So that means there is no pushing high ground any further.
Okay, I think I get it. I think he wants to get the shard, right? And then you're healing a gazillion HP through Scorched Earth charge. That's the only thing I have.
I guess.
Because status status is kind of bad this game. It's very mediocre.
It doesn't really do too much. I guess maybe we get to see more of a right-click Doom build, which is strange of an idea, instead of just Doom someone. The Mad Bird does do a lot of damage, though. To as saw previously. He's sticking to it. Does 25 plus 2.5 times target's intelligence. Just like the building in there as well. Lumpy is dead in one fell swoop. Hookshot plus Sonic Wave equates to no Ember for the upcoming high ground push, and this might be a set of racks if they're not careful.
Yeah, MTV is still very far away. They have no glyph, no buy on this Ember. Frank ready to roll.
That mana drain does so much. Burrow in response though onto Moose. Cookie goes the wrong direction. It's a 4-man stun, which is kind of cool. Kotaro's out of mana. But
You gotta wait for the Aegis, but they have no glyph. Can you wait?
it is going to
14
cost you
seconds.
the melee racks if you're not careful. Yeah, Pike pops his Elder Dragon form. He's just going to be repping the front line, making sure the racks will not drop. And Kotaro is... It's too dangerous to continue. But that mana drain, it like removes a third of his mana every time.
Yeah, so 4x's intelligence is 400. It's 520, right?
That is also... Wait, does it...
Yeah.
It
It's only
does mana
2.5
burn?
right now.
It's
but it
2.5,
gets you 4x.
but it also... That's the mana drain, and then it also does
Yeah.
damage based off the mana being drained.
Yeah. It is a lot of mana being taken away.
So yeah, it's...
Dude, he has Sanjin Yasha, dude. Honestly, because this game is very slow, I'm actually gonna look at that Dota, how many times this was ever built, because I don't think that's common at all.
Oh, Moose gets spotted, spotted, see enemies out. They're looking for him. Pike, can he get the TP away? Hook shot, not gonna connect. Oh, just a glimmer right there of a catch. If he gets taken, they will probably just clear up the Radiant base, considering he did not have the money for a buyback. In the meantime, Lumpy does have his Gleipnir now done. And they're trying to make these split pushes as effective as possible. And it's doing a good job. The net worth is just keeping the game very close.
So, surprisingly, it is more popular than I expected. Yeah, it was picked 29 times this patch, in 737 patch. So, almost a year, but still more than I expected. Lumpy?
Oh, Lumpy is not going to be able to secure the experience rune, but Stone Gaze was used, and that's actually a pretty big cooldown out of the running. Michel will be just flying away. Illich trying to catch up, but he doesn't have a blink on the Doom. So
He's a race car, though. It doesn't matter. Doesn't care. Oh.
cares a little bit if the rest of his team is too far away.
MTB, though, will be done on Pike, and I think that's really big timing they're striving for. Once they have this MKB to do so. I mean, it's just still very hard to kill, don't get me wrong, but this might be a timing.
Man fighting DK also does a lot of damage. Like, he does now 200, with the armlet toggled off, he has 200. Okay, with it on, about 300 right-click damage, add in on top the MKB that will be joining in, plus the Chrysalis Cleave.
And 100 damage from his ulti.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage.
Okay, so we have any big items here. Shiva's going to be built on the Sand King. Skadi already done on the Dusa, or very close to being done.
Bottom
Yeah,
lane.
the healing.
Prada on the run. Illich is so fast. Catches up to Prada. Kataro's there as well. Prada is...
Oh, doing the
actually gets thrown
Dusa.
out onto the Dusa. They really want to make sure that he gets taken down. The egg gets dropped.
So weird
And
fight.
Illich is now in the wrong side of the fight because he needs to disengage. Goes for the TP out. Illich, is he going to get the TP to safety? Yes, he does, and he stays alive, but they will lose El Mishu. And yeah, they doom Dusa, but dooming Dusa does nothing.
Yeah, I guess it prevents Stone Gaze, but they just were too far apart. The Pike was walking from the left side of the map, and they didn't even get to be a part of that. I guess Egg is on cooldown. Roche still gonna take a while. It's not gonna change the status quo of this game. But despite the best efforts of beastcoast, they are slowly bleeding out.
Yeah, Fusion doing a very good job at making sure the Dusa is untouchable. If they had an anti-mage, that might have been a completely different story, but that's beside the point.
Don't get me. Don't get me started.
A lot of pinging of the enemies. Again, they're trying to push high ground. Enchantress is trying to cut the creep wave bottom. Lumpy is pushing it out top. It's just constantly that counter split push from Beast Coast that's obnoxious as all hell.
Yeah. This Dusa, like it feels like the entire network fleet is Dusa, right? The difference between DK and Dusa is like 6k. But besides that, like it's not like anyone else is that far behind. Even though Leostar had a good start, Dusa also drains a lot of the network from the map. So Lumpy is getting pretty close to those other heroes. The supports are fairly even. Oh, speaking of supports.
There is going to be a catch. El Misho going for the TP, but will die without the hook shot even being a necessity there. Would have connected regardless. In the meantime, Queen of Pain has the Lincolns now done to make sure he doesn't get doomed or the inside DK stun.
Already gonna
But
contest
Frank
Roche. It's
just
gonna be
walks
up
to
in
El
4
Misho.
here.
The Doom gets thrown out onto Frank, forces the Sand King back, but they need more damage to take him down. Lumpy's gonna get forced out of the area, and Illich is now the one in a lot of trouble. BKB usage. There is no hook shot available. They have
Phoenix?
Pike, and Pike can do a lot of damage, but they need to be able to right click. And Pike is, look at the slow on the DK,
You need to
lifted
buy
up
the
in the
Panther right
sky.
now.
Pike is just gonna have to run, and that means he's not gonna have BKB for another fight. Might get Stonegate stunned,
Oh,
just
no.
barely gets the TP back.
He
He didn't TP. He TP'd to the outpost. That's game.
That is scary brain. That's the most scary brain-coded play I've ever seen.
That's insane. TPing to the outpost, so it's a longer TP as well.
Yeah.
And you don't get healed because you have the dots on you. That's wild.
What was even the? Was it the Quap DOT? Was what killed him?
I think he still had the Phoenix dots on him and the Quab dots.
Oh. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, he somehow they didn't lose Roche yet, and he's gonna spawn at a speed that because this is a Radiant Roche, there is a chance they can contest this. It is a buyback with the Ember though, so Visco's kind of a threat away from losing this game.
I still am baffled at that. Ember doesn't have any real fire remnants for a possible fight. There's also El Dragon Form in 15 seconds that they have to wait. And the Deuce has got the Scotty done, so we saw it in the previous fight. Hefty slow onto Pike. So, Illich, they're guiding him as much as possible, making it rough for the Doom. But they're just waiting for Sand King to come back in.
Yeah. I think what Fusion wants is just to wait Roche to be dire, right? There's no tier 2 tower or tier 1 for Beastcoast on the top side. So as long as Roche is there, the fight is just so much better for them. There's no rush. Beastcoast cannot Roche that quickly. They're gonna go towards that side, but it is not gonna be an easy fight.
Yeah, Lumpy is actually busy cutting the creep wave. And has a fire remnant down in case his team needs him.
Alright,
Even TP's back to base to the big, fat, juicy creep wave coming in. But Roche is going to head topside momentarily. That means everyone on the side of Beast Coast is ready for the Roche to head in that direction.
Okay.
Lumpy, gotta be careful. Doesn't have a buyback.
Oh no.
We'll jump it back immediately, knowing it's a little bit too risky. Oh, well, Misha's even going to scoop up that Wisdom Rune spawning.
Isn't it weird? Like, you look at the Ember network, he has 16,000, but...
I don't know where he put it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he
guess
has
it has 3.4k.
3.5k.
Yeah. It's just, it's weird. I feel like he should have so much more items.
And Beast Coast grouping together to farm up some camps, but Fusion
If I didn't
looking to
blink
clean out Roche.
on Illich, so... And they are at least dealing with the waves. But Fusion,
But-
they're gonna go Roche.
Yep, they're looking to get that second Aegis, plus the banner, of course. That means pretty much a guaranteed high ground push if they manage to
Too
get
late.
it. They're
This is
smoked
too late.
up. Yeah, it's gonna be too late.
This is not good. Like, if you take this fight after the Aegis, I think you cannot take this fight. You're just gonna lose.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Like,
They don't get that next courier. That was the Swift Link actually that they could have taken down if they managed to find it.
they're just gonna be cutting waves, which I do like. There's actually no wave available. Oh, they have little creep. Look at the little creep.
the melee creep top lane
Oh.
dragging the creep wave back
Oh,
is
he
gonna
gets
be
down.
hunted, and Moose summons a
Another
mud
creep.
golem. But there's a new creep wave that's pushing, plus a random range creep joining in.
And they did
No.
buy some time. They're gonna do some tier 2 tower damage. I think that's not a bad play. Just actually force them back. They have a lot of siege potential. Look at the TPs being forced.
Yeah, now they can make sure the top wave gets cleaned up again. But
Oh,
they
your
are looking to
style.
go for a fight. Hook shot in on to do great Sonic Wave as well. Illich, can they get away on moves on Illich? Stone Gaze was used by Kataro. Nice shotgun to slow them down. The
Doom.
Phoenix Egg gets dropped in the area. Doom has been thrown out onto the Queen of Pain. And Phoenix Egg is on cooldown. Stone Gaze is on cooldown. The Ember is actually doing a lot of work here, harassing them. The Queen of Pain is dropping low. They find the Leo style kill. That's a 10 kill streak gone. Kataro has the Aegis, but his mana is gone. That's going to be his first life gone. Kataro's going to lose it. Lumpy needs some help. Sleight of fist. Can he
so
get
much
out of
damage.
the cogs?
What
But
the
it's
hell?
too much. The cleave. Pike does so much with that
Pike
Daedalus.
going
He's
ham.
looking Kataro. The stun
the
onto Kataro. Kataro's losing everything. He's about to drop dead. Kataro doesn't have a buyback.
What is Beast Coast? They just... Dude, they played so well. What
They
the hell? They
kited
dragged
the-
the entire Fusion. They forced the egg. They doomed the Quap. They separated Dusa from everyone else. That was absolute cinema.
That was beautiful. Especially also El Micho hitting that scatter blast to slow the Deuce, so he can't even hit anyone during Stone Gaze.
Yeah.
And every little bit of just dragging them back, then Ember jumps on the back line and it keeps them occupied. Deuce can't hit him, while the Doom gets thrown out on the Quap on a separate area. And they just keep that fight. The BKBs are all on cooldown. The Stone
Getting
Gaze
two
used,
lanes
Sonic
here.
Waves got used. They had nothing left.
Even when the Quap spawns, like, it's still 40 seconds no Dusa, so... I guess you don't need to force it that much, honestly, but you're getting at least 2 lanes.
This is remarkably well done by Beast Ghost. And now they're in the lead.
Look at the
Deuce is
graph.
still-
Like, it was, I think, at some point, like an 88% win probability for Fusion.
And then Gaben was like, nah, these Beast Ghost guys are pretty good.
Dude. Damn, I gotta say, whoever is playing Beast Coast in the upper bracket finals, well, these are the upper, like the actual
cooked.
finals,
They're
they are
good.
cooked. Because Beast Coast, they are locked in. It's... I don't remember seeing them look this good. You know, Pike, he's been learning a lot from Waska. He was playing at the highest level during Dream League. He was already very good. You know, it's not only Pike. Like, this is really a team effort.
Oh,
but
this
I'm
is
sure
100%
he
a
probably
team effort. This is
brought
pure
some
team
ideas.
gaming.
Yeah.
Extending the game as well, constantly cutting the creep waves with El Micho on one side, then Lumpy on the other, and then if they kill off El Micho, in the third position you have, Moose with the creeps killing everything. They were constantly making sure there was no push possible for Fusion. The game is still not over yet, and there's still definitely a possibility here for the side of Fusion, but even like we saw in that fight, the DK did so much damage when they finally grouped up for some cleave.
Yeah. That butterfly not really looking as fly anymore. This also getting the Scotty means that she's not doing as much damage as she would have liked. She's she does some damage, but she's also trying to be tanky. Whereas the DK can just go full on damage. Look at that satanic Daedalus MKB. Yet to decide it tier 4. So might be a tough choice here for him.
And right now, Illich with his SMY build. It's also very useful in that fight. Like, he just did not die or even get close to dying. Lumpy's playing a little bit still very dangerous gaming, but has the full Octarine core now finished. So all of a sudden, he's third in net worth.
Crazy. Right.
Okay, they will get the catch this time, and they do take him down. Dieback coming through. El Micho is the second one to be caught. At least he does have a buyback available, but yeah, Lumpy, that's a painful death. And they don't have anything out positioned to make sure there are no creeps coming towards the Radiant base.
If they checked that the Octarine was recently purchased, they should be willing to try and force this buyback, and they will quickly realize that the buyback doesn't exist.
So if Pyke would be continuously pushing, they would almost give away megas if they go for the push here. Like, that's the big trade-off that could happen.
Yeah, they're already hitting barracks though.
Buyback comes out from El Micho. They
If
do
I
have
put TP back,
fortification.
he doesn't want to force anything.
Well, there is still a
Link
Alpha
out.
Wolf pushing bottom. The Sonic Wave comes out. The Doom gets thrown. Illich is dead. Has a buyback available. And the Sand King will be just fine for now. They need to delay this as much as possible. They're going to finish. Daro jumps in onto Moose. Enchantress, can he heal up? He's actually going to get Cookie the other direction. Has a buyback. There is still a Stone Gaze
secondary
available.
belief as well as the Doom buyback. They need to go now. It's not going to work.
DK gets lifted up, has the BKB available. They are pretty close to each other, so he might get some cleave damage. But Kataris is going for the finish. He's going for the Ancient, has the blink to the side, goes for the Doom. Illich is dead. Dieback coming in, and Pyke has some heavy damage that he can push out. Frank is going to pop up the epicenter, but they're cleaved up together. Frank, can he stay alive? DK is going to get melted. And the fortification is not going to be enough because one bad fight move from Lumpy is going to cost them the game, and it will be Fusion with their dominance to take game number 2 and force a third game to finish this series off.
Ooh. Shenanigans of Beast Coast. We'll see how this game's going to pan out.
Let's get this ball rolling. We immediately started off with a pause. Okay. You get hotkeys. How does that every single time change?
If it was the Chen saying hotkeys, I would be fine. It is the Chen teammate, so I'm assuming he's speaking for. That's the only explanation, right? Chen, you have like weird hotkeys. Maybe he has hero specific hotkeys that he needs to change.
That's understandable. But do it, while you're waiting anyway. Translate the chat for me, please.
All right, so we had stack hotkeys, then have fun chibolos, which is like guys, kids, kind of like a sort of a cute way to say guys. Moose estamos viejos ya. And then Leo Style said, Leo Style basically said that they're old and that he should, I think he's saying that they should be fast because they're tired. Then Kotaro, I think, is talking about Moose's posture that he should sit because he's old, I guess. And Illich said, se acabó muchachos. It's like, it's over, boys. But I don't know what that's referring to.
Okay, there's a little bit of friendly banter. It's not in bad spirits. I like this. This is good SA behavior. Contrary to the other SA behavior that sometimes happens. But then again, that happens in literally every region.
Oh, it does. It definitely does. Have you heard of Mr. ATF? when he does that, people clap.
If people grab him and want to give him a high five very
Strong high five in
nicely.
the face.
Yeah, very strong
Yeah.
high five in the face.
I see.
But it does show you that even in a game like Dota 2, there might be real life consequences, so don't be a prick.
It's kind of interesting, right? Because I've always felt you're more of a CS guy than I am, but I've been doing a lot of work for the Rio lands that ESL did in Brazil, and like just interacting with the CS production guys and talent and players. They're clearly a little bit less acoustic than the Dota players, but I feel like the past couple of years we're slowly getting a bit more closer to CS, I would say, temperament wise and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if this is good or bad, but it does make things spicier.
Well, they're all pros. So you should act like a pro in my eyes. That's just with every single thing. If you have if you compete at a high level or in sports, esports, whatever, people are going to look up to you. That's just the way it works. So
You're saying you're not a Jake Paul fan.
he's an absolute prick. But his whole image is being the prick. So, kudos to him. He does it better than his brother.
Definitely.
His brother is actually just a super prick after that whole Japan video thing.
Yeah, I guess we just need a professional Dota player to create his own crypto scam.
Yeah, we probably have one.
Well, I'm not going to deny or agree with you because Illich is dead. That freaking Chen is doing a lot of work here.
Yep, and will lose his life. El Micho on the run will be able to actually stay alive in the end there, but they're starting to get very aggressive on these side lanes already. And Michel, yeah, he's counter warding to make sure that there are creeps to be stacked. Is he going to be? No, he doesn't have a sticky napalm yet for the stack.
Oh,
but he makes sure that he'll be able to get those big stacks for Frank. But it's a game where you have to be careful with those because they could easily be stolen by an Alchemist in Marsaw.
Yeah, even the Storm can deal pretty well with them. Mid lane, very even as expected. Alchemist and Luna, pretty much even in farm. It's more of a... it is literally an even game. Sure, they got First Blood Infusion, but the lanes are doing fine. We even have El Micho trying to suck the Harpy's mana, so there's no chain lightning going on.
By the way, aren't you an alpha bro kind of guy, Bowie? The is it Andrew Tate? What's his name?
Oh yeah, the Romanian guy.
Well, he lives in Romania. He's not Romanian, I think. I think he was born in like the UK or something.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's not Romanian because I know he's lived in America for most of his life and he was like born in the UK or been from the UK for. He's just arrested in Romania.
Yeah, I heard he did some not so very good things.
Yep. But then again, in the US, if you do about the same not so good things, you can also get put into in charge of the law department. It seems so. The world's a strange place these days. But that's now we're going over to politics, and that's definitely not what we're going to talk about. Otherwise, there's going to be a whole different Reddit post about us, and alienate half a country. Or maybe more than half a country, according to some kind of vote. Currently, though, there is too many problems in my own country to focus on another. And you must have the same feeling.
Very true. But speaking of my own country, which is
it's
South
fantastic.
America, You know that
Entire
it's a
South America.
It is a country. Just Maiden dies here. So Beast Coast, they are actually being pressured a lot. The Alchemist though is very farmed.
Yeah, Pike did manage to get that first blood. Obviously gets him a lot of farm, and all these creeps with the top last
Wait,
hits will keep him going.
Didn't the Chen get first blood?
No, the Chen got second blood.
Oh damn.
First
Okay.
blood. Frank died first, bottom, and then Timberside died
The
right
style
after
mid.
top. The rotation from Moose. Leostyle is going to be able to get away. The freeze is available, holds him in place. Leostyle is dead, and a great rotation from Moose comes in to secure the kill for Lumpy. And
Leo Style basically said that you know how it is, Moose. If you're not here, I would have killed your mid laner.
yeah, but he
And
was
that's
there, so get owned.
But
But it does mean that Illich, of course, dies on the side, because even the line was rotating towards mid to help out. El Micho is here now again. They're going to go again for Leostyle, and he needs help quickly.
Where's
The
the
stun
hex?
comes
Oh, no
out.
hex.
Drawback. Leostyle dropping low. He's going to get taken down, and ooh, still no level 6 on the Ember, and this one really hurts, because now he's going to have to do the walk of shame of sadness back towards mid.
Gonna fight for the runes here. It is an arcane rune denied by Preda. Very good.
Very aggressive game number 3. A lot more aggressive than the previous one.
Yeah, previous one was a snooze fest, right? It's just the Deuce effect, but this time around, much more aggressive. Both Luna and Auk do want to fight a little bit more. And the Luna Kotaro actually is struggling, right? There's no deaths or anything on Kotaro, but CS-wise, he's barely ahead of the Timber.
And currently Leostyle is very far behind, and Pike is really far ahead. He already has one piece of his Radiance being delivered.
Crazy. And that's the thing. That's another game where the Ember is going to be playing from behind, and it never really feels that good. They don't have like a Mirana or anything to work with the chain setups. So, Ember to do some miracles.
Yeah, needs to be careful that they don't go for another gank. Has the Fire Remnant now to be used, and also the Chen just quickly gave him an ice armor buff on the side. Michel getting pushed back. There's the Sentry Ward placed to make sure no stacks continue to be made here. And Storm's even going to steal one of the... Even though it was only a double stack, it's still going to hamper this Bristleback's Aghanim Scepter rush.
Yeah, that's very important. We saw how much Frank was able to benefit from this kind of slow early games. There is a stack on the of the Ashes on the Dire side as they're gonna go for Michael. He's probably dead.
Oh. Yeah, will get taken down by Moose. Lumpy lost a lot of mana in the process, but Frank is gonna just look for
amplify damage
any
on the
creeps to
Ember.
farm.
Oh, I thought he was. Oh no, sorry.
No, on the Lion.
Yeah, I mean we've been casting for what 12 hours. Close to 12, right? This is the 11th hour already.
Yeah, I mean we had some nice breaks, luckily enough, but it is the case indeed.
Yeah.
Was got one game number 2, by the way, so that's also going to a third game. Michel gets taken down in response. Leostyle is going to get surrounded as well, and they find a double kill by Lumpy, and this is problematic because, I mean, Leostyle has been very impressive so far with what he can do with very little net worth, but Ember is not as easy.
Yeah.
Like, with the puck, it's a lot easier to do than with an Ember.
Even, I forgot, like, what was the other hero that he played? Maybe it was a Tiny or something. This is definitely, maybe it was Earth Spirit. This is not the...
Oh no, it was Tiny.
Okay, yeah. This is a huge lead for Lumpy. Already 8 galvanized stacks, mid at 9. The Alchemist is gigantically ahead of everyone.
Yeah, he's gonna get a really good timing on that Radiance, and he's farming everything behind his tower and underneath his tower.
Chen is level 6, so they're gonna go for Leo style here, but there's gonna be a Hand of God.
Oh
hopefully.
no. Does get saved, but the army of creeps chasing after Moose now. Stomp comes in. They have the Warpbind Raider seed shot if need be, but Moose is dead. Kill goes to Leosal. And he immediately throws out a voice line the moment he gets a slight break in his game.
Oh, he almost stole the rune, which means Prada's probably gonna die. He eats his way through the trees, blocking the storm of the creeps as well.
Okay, Leosal, he's in a bit of a pickle, maybe. Xaxiel Micho throws out the finger on Michel. Michel's going to get zipped on, taken down. Lumpy still has that haste rune, and will try to just run out of there. Leosal, he actually went for max level Flame Guard on the Ember. I've seen a lot of Embers go for max level Sleight of Fist Searing Chains against Storms.
I think it's just that he got trashed and now needs to farm, right? I think Flame Guard is... It's protection, and it's a way to farm. So if you get Frostbitten, the... how much is it? 285 magic barrier, like that's a lot, considering your magic res gets the mix and everything. And he's gonna get a mage layer, so... Prada, though? Probably that.
There's going to be a catch, and Prada is fallen. Also, Flame Guard pretty much is like a frostbite. Like, it absorbs only a frostbite.
Not really, because... Not really.
Yeah, I know there's a spell resistance, but...
Yeah. I mean,
Max
he's
level.
gonna have Cloak already, so it's even more.
Yeah, the cloak is definitely going to help a lot.
He's
But
gonna get level 10 talent, I'm assuming, probably.
I'm curious, Lumpy is going for that Kaya. Is it going to be another Kaya into... I'm going to quickly check out Dota2 Pro Tracker. Is that like the build on Storms?
IBKB?
Yeah, Kaya, Shard, BKB.
I think he can go Orchid this game, or like something more aggressive. I feel like he'll go Kaya BKB in hard games, or Kaya Shard BKB. He might go Kaya Shard Orchid, or Kaya Orchid Shard.
I've seen a lot. Okay, so it says that the build is Kaya Witchblade BKB.
Yeah, Witchblade normally, I think this game is decent for Orchid, especially when December is kind of food. But yeah, Witchblade is definitely the classic one.
ESL is getting hella owned. Frank is closing in on his Ags though.
Mike has Radiance though, and pretty much Ayasha as well.
Yeah, Radiance already completed. That's huge. In the meantime, Kataro lost his tower top lane. And needs to be careful. Mid, Michel's gonna get zipped on by Lumpy. 12 galvanized stacks on the Storm Spirit. 12 minutes.
Yeah, and he has Crystal Maiden Aura and a Butler following him around. So, and that's only level 1 Arcane Aura so far. It's gonna get much better than that. Kaya done. He has a freaking Royal Jelly, bro. This mana region is off the charts.
Gets the clarity now as well. 24 HP mana regen at the moment. That's just ridiculous.
Crazy. Sheesh. Kotaro's gonna have to get so much farming, despite the fact he has the max farming build with the Moonstorm facet. He's behind the storm.
Yeah. I mean, that also doesn't help that your tier 1 tower's already been nuked down. And this Chen is farming the creeps right in front of where you wanted to head.
Style baiting. They find Lumpy. Is that a kill?
That is a very nice kill for Kotaro right there. 6 skill streak picked up. Yeah, he'll take that. Close in for his Mantis out. But that is a big loss. Frank is 400 gold away from the Ags.
Oh, stolen Wisdom Rune as well. That's a level 5 Bat Rider, man. This Bat just got absolutely handled.
Still no lasso. And that was a level 9 line just walking by on the drive-by.
Insane.
Finally, lasso available. So there might actually be some use for the bat right in this game. Because without lasso, you are terrible of support.
Yeah, probably one
So
of the worst
Michel
ones.
stunned up. Sip on the high ground by Lumpy. There's going to be a chase in for the back end. Hand to God, not going to be enough to keep him alive with that lasso. Frank's in the meantime going to get charged at. It's just the scary one, though. He's going to focus on towards Chen with all the Chen minions. And yeah, we haven't even seen the Timbersaw this game. His first item after... Well, okay, so his first item was Gaia. His second item is Ags. And then, you know, there's no... They don't have a purge creep. They might get the purge creep, to be fair, to deal with it.
Yeah.
They have to get the purge creep.
I think you do. And the thing is... Oh, right.
Frank does have the Ags done, but he does not have any help. Yeah, it was on cooldown, so that is a bit problematic. 8k net with now for Beast Coast. They're not letting up. They're making this game very fast. Like, he's a full Radiance essentially ahead of the Luna.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a full Manta. The Luna just finished hers, so it is definitely not an even game as they find Kotaro finger of death.
Sip in, they get the kill. In response, Alicia will falter. Michael trying to get himself out of there, but will die in the Crystal Maiden ulti. And they're still looking for more. Lumpy wants to get the drag back with the electric vortex, but will not be able to get the control. They have to be a little bit careful because Frank still does a lot of damage with the bristleback.
Yeah. Ooh.
A DC.
Not ideal.
Tends to be the case. The DCs are not ideal. $9k net with lead though. Obviously they have an alchemist, so it's a little bit skewed, but it's also the Timbersaw's second in net worth, and his Ags is flying out right now. Lumpy, 1 death, 13 galvanized stacks. He's got the Kaya. He's going. Oh, Kaya Sanj he did go Kaya into Shard, so I guess Kaya Shard is really the storm build these days. But it does help that you've got like Alchemist who hits 3 hits in a split second to make sure that the Shard does its work.
To me, I feel like the biggest difference maker this game has been Michael, right? Game number 1, he was playing that Hoodwink. Had a pretty good time, a lot of damage that he did. Game number 2, he played the Phoenix or the Clockwork. And like he had really good performances this time around. 0 and 6, level 6 minus 16. They tried to steal this Batrider instead of banning it, and they are paying a hefty price because he really doesn't feel like he's comfortable with this hero.
I've definitely seen him play the hero before a multitude of times, and he's really good on it. It's just they haven't been like he didn't get his level 6 in time. He was kind of forced out of the lane because he had to help out the mid Ember because he was kind of gone on.
They stole the Wisdom Rune, right? Have they?
I don't know. They got Frank picked up their Wisdom Rune, I think.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, right? Usually you would see that in a game where the Wisdom Rune gets stolen. Maybe he was slightly behind the Chen. No, there's no way he was behind the Shening levels. Chen was just farming the whole time. So, yeah, maybe he tried to focus too much on stacking. Didn't get lane experience. Michael.
Oh, going in. Frank. The bristleback takes a lot of magic damage. Lumpy is trying to push him further down. Frank, can he get taken down? Hand of God is not going to be enough. Illich is just shredding right through him. And Michel, in a split second, was also gone.
Alright, it's Kaya Sanj and Lumpy, surprisingly. And the Orchid's going to be coming from the Alp. So, very smart. Orchid's definitely good this game.
And Illich, yeah, it's going Blink Dagger next. Lumpy, Kaya Sanj is done. Kataro's got Mask of Madness Manta, so he's still getting pretty solid farm going forward. But you're gonna need to get to like Kanda level, a Kanda at a decent timing to just be able to blow up these supports who are, I mean, very solidly farm. Blink Dagger done on the line. Crystal Maiden has drums plus Pavis.
Smoked up here. I don't really find an opening. And the thing is, Bristol is not even with them, right? This hero just doesn't have a stun, doesn't... Did they ban Beastmaster this series? Because...
Definitely in the series, I think in the previous game, this game, they did not ban Beastmaster.
I'm surprised. I mean, I know Bristleback's very good against Elk, but it does feel like it would be nice to have a stun, right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Yeah, but they felt like I think the Bristleback was stronger against the Elk.
I thought they expected the bat to be stronger now, right? He should have his blink at this point, and that would be your smoking to kill hero. But he still needs a little bit until he completes that one. And that's a free
I'm
Roche.
gonna go for Roche. And it will be taken down without any response. I'm curious if it should just be the Storm Aegis. And what they're gonna do with exactly that Aegis. Are they looking to take this game at a fast pace now that Illich has these big items? Blink Dagger's now also finished up, so he'll be able to really chase people down with that Aghanim Scepter effect.
I mean, if you kill one target, that's pretty much all you need to poke high ground, I think. But let's see if Fusion's gonna give them the opening. They do have Hand of God, level 1. Mac on top of it. Prada is starting to stack up in auras, also has a Philosopher's Stone. If I'm Kotaro.
Oh no, that's a big kill that they can secure. Blow him up. Frank coming in, wants to kill off El Misho. Can he even get the kill? Yes, he does, but hunted down by the rest. Illich is unstoppable right now, so you lose 2 cores, get a singular support. Not a great position to be in. Root onto Lumpy,
Center
in
stomp.
towards mid. Center stomp is too far
missed.
away. Michel can't get the lasso connection either. Oh.
The tree block him, man, and I feel like if they get that, they get the lasso, and that might be enough damage to get the kill.
In the meantime,
Yes,
Illich is just
Kyle.
hunting for more of the cores. Pops his Ags. Leostyle has more fire remnants to jump towards. Needs to be a little bit careful. And we'll be jumping away. Alchemist on the side. They jump the chat. Oh my god, that shard. That was just
that attacks
boom,
speed.
boom, boom, dead.
And they're gonna get the Wisdom Rune again. Oh, but they're gonna try. There's no way the Veteran can get it.
Yeah, Lumpy gets the bottle refill. And we'll be able to heal up and gain the mana required. 17 galvanized stacks right now. Well, Pike is looking for the tier 2 tower mid.
Is under attack.
The Timbersaw is a pretty good hero, right? Feels like when you pick a Timbersaw and there's like some strength tanky heroes, he does very well.
Who would have thought? I would have never expected Timbersaw to be a good hero.
Yeah. They figure out this hero exists, and it is looking like a free win so far. Just not much that Fusion can do.
Oh. That's not good. Twice in a row they lose their safe laner, and he's fallen in the net with Charts going for the BKB next. There's the root catch control onto Prada. Take him down. The Batrider lasso comes in, but they hex up Leostyle, stun him up, and Illich. Oh my lord. Frank runs right forward, but he is rooted up in place, and they're just... Yeah, Illich triple kill. He's stealing all these kills away from Pike, by the way. But there's... I mean, this is over.
It is looking really over. 18 galvanized stacks. And that's because he died. He could have had way more than that. I don't know. This looks giga over.
Hmm.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, they're gonna take the Torment to steal as well. Alkin just heal up afterwards. Moose gets the free shard, so you got the Crystal Clone, which is great against the Chen creeps. They just one-shot him, essentially.
So many hard things for Fusion to do. If Theostai has to rush BKB, that's what he's going for. And still really far away from it. Bought 1,000 gold and doesn't really get to leave the base very often.
He's the one that has great space. Illich, in the meantime, is going for the Ags, for the Shiva's guard. And he already has
Oh no.
quite a big part of it. Katara with the Eclipse will be able to deal some damage. Lasso drag onto Lumpy, but Katara's BKB once it ends means he's a sitting duck, and Lumpy still has the Aegis.
Actually,
able to
yes,
spot out
out.
the Luna. Lumpy might lose his life, his first life here. Or not. Nice stun from El Misho on the other side. There's going to be jumping from Pike, and Frank is just destroyed. They popped the Aegis at the very least, but they don't have a lasso for another 60 seconds to hold him in position to take him down. And Pike's got the Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn jump in. There's
Oh, he meant
Luna.
it too early.
Yep, a little bit too soon. Prada's going to be zipped on by Lumpy. This damage from the storm. Chasing for more. Finds him as well. Mega kill streak. They can just push the high ground. And I've rarely seen the team be this dominant, and they're just right in your face.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? When Fusion won, it still looked very close to beastcoast. When beastcoast wins, both game 1 and this one, I guess game 1 wasn't that hard of a stomp, but still very convincing win. It was a 37-minute win. Yeah, beastcoast, they killed that Ember twice, and it felt like Fusion was just out of gas the whole time. And that's the problem with Ember, right? It's just not that good of a hero. He dies too easily, and when he dies, it feels like you lose so much steam.
It's a hero that has some struggles coming back. Definitely. It's not like a puck where you constantly can keep cutting creep waves and feel safe while you do it.
Yeah.
Ember is a hero that, because of the fact that you have to throw out the fire remnants, you are pretty squishy.
You have to choose. Oh, they find Kotaro here. Hex stun, and that's that Luna.
Yeah, he can't even get the BKB
GG.
usage. The ESL is there, dead and done and dusted. GG gets called indeed, and they will very decisively show why beastcoast is heading towards the finals. Not that Fusion is a bad team. Their game 2 was really remarkable, but this is this is a finalist